Okay, so what have you done?
That's my line.
Yeah, see, I segued in the beginning.
To something we already did.
Yes, but that's Adventure Time because you can just do stuff like that, and it doesn't have to make any sense.
Can't argue that logic.
Man, is that haircut short? I'm just so blown away how short it is. I'm not gonna. I'm sorry.
No, you're not. It's okay.
At least you still have hair. So we are talking about What Have You Done, which is another Ice King episode. Which he's like in half the episodes. He's in so many of them. I can see why he's a fascinatingly, hilariously pathetic character. I mean, he's very likable in how, like, just pathetic he is. I mean, there's no other word I can use for it. He's just a pathetic character.
Who just wants friends.
Yeah, so you do kind of identify with it a little bit more. He just doesn't know the right way to do it, and he wants love, but he never knows how to do it, so he always tries to take it by force.
Isn't that how it's normally done?
I mean, it's how you got your wife, but...
Classic caveman rules. Club over the head.
But... Yeah, I mean, and so, the funny thing is that I can't remember if it was the last episode or whatever, but the last time I saw Bubblegum, like, she was kind of psychotic, so when this one started off, I'm just like, is this like an arc she's going through? She's just going totally insane, but then it's like, oh, there actually is kind of a reason for it. But, yeah, so I guess the moral is just... Now, I guess it's not never trust anybody, because because at first I'm like, dude, because I was seriously like, I'm gonna friggin' hate the Ice King if he really just lied to him the whole time, because I'm like, there's just nothing likable about him then, but he didn't know he was, it's for those who don't remember, it's an episode where, Bubblegum has them capture the Ice King, and puts on her pink gauntlets of pain, and says that she's going to beat him to get these raging howls out of him, even though he's not aware he's done anything wrong, and technically he didn't do anything wrong. So Finn and Jake feel really bad, and they let him go and lock themselves up because it's, locking him up is against their code, and they did the wrong thing. But then it turns out that he accidentally sprinkled, what was it, like, ice dandruff or something like that
from his beard.
Yeah, on the people, and that gets them spreading some sort of ice plague where they all start to turn to ice, and the only thing that can cure it, naturally, is cries of pain from the person that started it. So then they go in with the Ice King thinking that he has friends now because they let him out and he's so happy. But then Finn acts like he acts like he's dead, was that it?
Yeah, he acts like he dies.
Yeah, and that gets the Ice King so angry he screams, and that breaks everybody out, and then... But then Finn feels bad because it was such a short amount of time that he mourned, and then Jake's like, oh, I would mourn for you, and carries him off mourning, which, it's gonna sound odd, I found that ending surprisingly kind of touching. I don't know why, there's something about the way he's just carrying on where it's like, oh, I don't care for you, let's do it right now. It's like, and he's not even really doing it like that, realistic.
Yeah.
Well, as realistic as a dog that can change at anything would. But he's still, something about like the way the music was and the colors and him sort of walking away and just, ooh, ooh, and I don't know, there's something strangely kind of sweet about that ending. Even though it doesn't really connect to too much, but it's just like, oh no, that's cool. It's like they're just playing what great buds they are and how much they would miss each other when one was gone. So, I don't know. It was a cute ending.
I like that they bring up in there... Finn and Jake do all this stuff and everything, and what happens when they just blindly follow an order? Mm-hmm. Without any explanation, they ran to catch the Ice King and to bring him back and to torture him, and they're like, okay... And then all of a sudden they're like, wait a minute, should we really be doing this? Is this actually the right thing? What has he done? And to me it brought up the question of, do you just blindly follow what you're told, or should you kind of question it a bit?
I always find that because there's a few, like, I find this with a couple people like anything, I'm always, like, trying to find the balance. But, like, there's some people where anytime I ask them to do something, it's always, why? Why? I mean, it's like, just trust me and do it for a moment, It's like, it'll work out, okay, just trust me, you gotta do it. And then there's others that like you said, they should ask why.
Yeah.
You know, like, can you...
Why?
There you go. No, actually, that's something I used to do with the producers a lot. When I needed a cameo, just to see if they would ask. I wouldn't tell them what it was for or why. And I think the strangest one, I think it was like Nutty Professor Old versus New or something. I'm just like, Benzai, I need you to take shaving cream, be naked, and act like you're about to shave your pubes. And he's finally just like, there's just this long pause. He's like, okay, I gotta ask. I'm like, I finally got one to ask. So, and he did. It is in the video if anyone wants to see that. I don't actually show everything, but, and of course he agreed to it. But, well, you know, because he and I have an understanding, an open understanding that every French person does.
Yeah.
You don't know that about French people? They're all horny skunks.
Skunks?
You seen Pepe Le Pew?
Oh, that's true.
Although I found out in France he's actually Italian, which is interesting.
Darn Italians.
I guess so in French. I mean, because it's like, in France it's like, what do you do? It's like, oh, well, to us, Italians are horny, so we'll do that. That's what Benzai said anyway. That I'm using his words. So if that's false, I'm sorry, French and or Italian people, but that's what I heard.
But can French people defeat an evil ocean?
Can French people defeat an evil ocean?
Yes.
I don't know a history of such being done. But
You should find out.
I
Actually, you
find
should
out.
ask him to do that. Ask him to defeat an evil ocean and see if he asks why.
What the hell are you talking about?
Love.
Let's pretend this last couple seconds never happened, and instead bring it back to the episode. No, screw that. What the hell were you talking about?
So actually, another thing I really liked in this episode was that, you know, you have Finn and Jake, and if you notice, Jake is just like, he's kind of oblivious to the whole thing going on here. Finn's like, what's going on
Yeah,
here?
it's true. He's always like, just, yeah, whatever. Let's just do it. Let's just go.
Where are we? The Candy Kingdom! And Finn's like, no, not at all. Because they were in the wrong.
I get the feeling that if Finn wasn't around, again, this is sort of what sort of completes him, that Jake, like, if somebody said, let's just go kill a bunch of people, Jake would be like, okay, if he thought he could have fun with it. You know, so I think Finn is probably really good to, like, sort of help, you know, like, no, Jake, we should be doing this. Okay, like, he'll just blindly go for something if he thinks something is fun. The good and bad side is he thinks most anything is fun.
So do you think that, like, Jake may have had a dark past, almost like a criminal past?
Maybe. I mean, it's sort of like, Marceline. Like, she'll just do anything. She doesn't care if it's good or bad. She'll just do it because it's fun. But I think because Finn and Jake have... She doesn't really have many friends, if any friends, and Finn and Jake are really close buds, so because of that, you know, he's willing to follow him and agree with him much more, and, you know, and Finn is a good kid, you know, he wants to do good things, so that's why he'll do it. But I get the feeling if Jake fell in with, like, the wrong crowd, he would just, like, if it was fun, he would just do it.
Oh yeah, I could see that easily.
Even if it was just, like, totally hurting people. That's why I think he's usually slower to catch on to, like, the morality stuff. But Finn is always there to pick up on that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, a solid episode. I'm kind of with you that I think it is sort of good to question, wait, if someone just asked me something, why should I necessarily do it? Especially if you doubt it.
Yeah.
I think that's the big thing.
Finn is just so trusting of his friends that he'll jump at the chance to do anything for them. And sometimes you should question, why am I grabbing this person and taking him hostage?
Well, and as I'm sure you have done many times whenever you grab a person and take them hostage, of course. Again, how you met your wife, from
Well, yeah, of course. And the times you ask me to take people hostage, and I'll... Was I not supposed to say that?
You have fun Saturday nights, don't you?
Oh, yeah! Want to come over sometime?
I get a feeling if I say no, I'll end up going there anyway because of what you do and how you do it, and now who you're going to do it to. So
We could play a board game. Just like the Ice King, I'll make pieces out of my teeth.
is that what he did?
Yeah.
Okay, that's pretty funny. I missed that part. I totally missed that part. But yeah, no, I think it's good. It's good to question stuff. You know, and I mean, I think that's it. They should have just waited. I think was probably the best thing to kind of learn from it, because like she's about to tell him, and then like she gets interrupted.
Manfred.
Yeah.
The
Oh, is that
pinata.
the pinata? Oh, okay.
Who was in the first episode?
That I was saying like I saw that thing before, but I couldn't remember. Okay, so Manfred is the name of the pinata.
Yeah.
Okay, is it a boy or a girl?
I have no idea.
I mean, the word man is in there, so you would think boy, but I could not tell.
He thinks way too deep about these things.
Maybe.
It's a talking pinata.
Well, we're doing vlogs about the damn show. We gotta talk about something. And I want to know the gender of that pinata. Does it have a Tootsie Roll at the bottom? Or a fortune cookie? I don't know what... Did they put fortune cookies in pinatas? No. Anything else you got for this episode?
No! Except for, like, pain and hurts.
Well, while
You questioned me about attacking an evil ocean, but you're talking about pinatas with fortune cookies and
There
Tootsie
was
Rolls.
at least a segue into that, my friend. A segue into that.
Yeah.
My friend.
You're not my friend. And no, I'm not gonna do... No, done.
Not even...
No.
What about the segue?
No.
It's always a segue.
Nope.
You're not my hero anymore.
No, see, you fail at it. That's just bad.